Hey, what's up? I had one of my perpetrators tell me that his dog was poisoned. They're always talking in the third person. They're talking about me. And I remembered that my dog Mac died when he was only 5, and he was panting and looking at me and crying. I figured it was late at night. I'd take him to the vet the next day, and the next day he was dead in a pool of blood under the kitchen table. He coughed up a bunch of blood. I realize now that they poisoned my dog. They killed my tegu, which is a type of lizard. They did something to her too. Um, Over the years, when I was 17, I had two hit and run supposed drunk drivers. They crashed into my cars. Like they totaled like 9 or 10 cars. Let's see. Sorry, I made a list of bullet points, so I'm just going one by one. I ordered from an Italian restaurant again recently, and you know, um, once again I got eggplant parmesan. I started throwing up, just like the last time I ordered it from a different place. Um, I figured it was just a fluke, and I tried to order again. I ordered fried chicken. The guy said he would make it fresh. When the delivery came to my house, my mom's house, um, when it came here, the chicken was all rubbery. It was soggy. It wasn't crunchy, and I got very sick from it. I threw up from it, so I'm assuming that I was poisoned again. um, some of my friends that died, that I assume were killed, was Kevin, Owen, Jim Kanya from the band Nunslaughter, Skip, Merton, my dad, and when I was like 12 years old, I had this father figure, a guy who knew my mom, worked with my mom. I don't know his real name. His name, everybody called him Fox, but yeah, he died really strangely. He had a fight with his girlfriend, and then he went out to the middle of the highway and blew his brains out. So the reason I don't drive anymore is because I was being tracked in my truck. There was a GPS tracker tucked up inside the door. I know I already talked about this in a previous video, but they were following me around and cooking me with electromagnetic weapons. They were coming from cars. I traded in. I got another car. It was rigged with some kind of device up inside the dash that would cook me. Also, once again, being cooked by cars that were following me around. Electromagnetic weapons. Um, I've received at least 3 covert death threats about being shot. One was just a week ago. Um, Before I realized I was a TI, I was going to start a band with this guy. He had a black metal band, and he wanted to start a band with me. We jammed a few times, and then one time when we were hanging out, he said I used to be a Freemason, and I realized on his car he had a big Freemason sticker on his car. My last couple cigarettes, and I'm not buying anymore. So also, I had another TI tell me his girlfriend used to sing a song, and he realized it's about him. She would sing a song that would say, "Nobody loves me, everybody hates me. Nobody loves me, everybody hates me," and she would sing that. Well, guess what? My last girlfriend used to sing that to me. Yeah, I didn't realize it was about me, but she would sing that to me. So, and my last girlfriend said um, she used to be a Mormon, and she did have a Mormon book in her house. I didn't realize the Mormons had Masonic ties. Um, I've experienced repeated abuse by doctors and straight up falsifications of my medical history. There's outright lies in my medical history, outright lies and biased lies. Opinions and stuff. Nothing really medical in my medical history, actually. Um, So this guy Stefan that I stayed with, I mentioned in previous videos, his name is spelled Steven, but he goes, "Don't call me that, call me Stefan." So I think his name is Steven. I knew him for like 10 years on the internet, and I went to stay with him, and I explained all this in another video. He was perping me, poisoning me, and breaking my stuff, stealing my stuff. All sorts of messed up stuff happened there. But this is right when Mice Trap Records closed, which was a white nationalist label for bands like that. And he said that he said that he thinks Mice Trap closed because the heat got to be too much. Now I don't know, maybe he's a targeted individual too. I don't know. I don't know what the goal is, or for sure why this is happening to me. I think it's because of being an MK Ultra child. That's what I think. As far as being cyber stalked by people threatening to hack my computer, well, no, they did hack my computer. And they threatened and insinuated that they were going to put child pornography on my computer. They threatened that they knew everything about me, and I asked them why they're doing this. They said because I exist. They admitted to poisoning me, raping my girlfriend in front of me while I was drugged. After they drugged me, they admitted to all this. I took a video screenshot of where I asked them if they think it's funny that they poisoned me, drugged me, and did all this stuff, and they said yes. I caught that on camera. So you can look at my channel and go to that video. They force erections upon me, and they try to get me to masturbate, and if I fall for it, then people follow me around if I'm on my bicycle and honk their horns at me if I do that. So like yeah, I'm being watched. I don't know if there's cameras where I'm living right now, but somehow they know if I do that. You know what I mean? Like they know what I do no matter where I go. So remote neural monitoring is real no matter what anybody says. Also, when they hacked my laptop the other day, the USB port stopped working, the microphone port stopped working, and half the keyboard stopped working. So there's no way to even plug a keyboard in or type anything because half the keys stopped working. It was totally ruined. I'm using an old Chromebook now, but so they thought I wouldn't be able to upload videos. Luckily, this phone is able to plug into the Chromebook. I don't record on a phone that has a SIM card in it because they can easily delete the videos. There has been videos I made on this phone without a SIM card, and they still are able to remotely delete the videos. It's happened to me before. So, nothing is safe, and there's no way I could stop any of this. I was considering moving to California because California is passing laws against organized torture. I think it's called the Organized Torture Act. Also, California has laws against space-based weapons. So I called them, and I called the police of this town in California that had this law, and I asked them if the electromagnetic weapons will stop if I move there, and I told them what's going on. They said it'll stop when the investigation stops. Now, this has been going on for like at least 20 years now. So there's no investigation that goes on for 20 years. Also, not only that, I'm pretty sure an investigation doesn't say, hey, cook this person with non-lethal weapons until they die, or poison them, or entrap them, or break their stuff, that an investigation doesn't entitle that stuff, I mean, I'm being outright tortured. And when my mom puts me in these mental hospitals, it's so fucking bizarre because all the patients in there know everything about me. So they're not real patients. They're plants. So when I go to these mental hospitals, when my mom puts me in them for talking about this stuff, um, all the patients know about my personal life. All the patients are doing things to imply that they know everything about me. You know what I mean? So I even get tortured in there. I don't get a break in a mental hospital. Mental hospital, you're supposed to be able to get away from everything messed up in your life. Well, guess what? I get tortured in those places too. It's even worse than being on the outside and not having a steady place to live. It's even worse. But yeah, leave in the comments if you have any ideas of what to do to make this stop, or if you just want to talk. All right, thanks. Bye.